Trippy tits. That's it, Bobby. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen. Actually, you know what, John? Give me a sick beat to do this too.
Every week he asks white people do sick beats. Oh
yes, give me a sick beat,
on.
John. So let me see what you got. Chris, maybe lay down the bass for him.
Mike.
I got like beatbox.
He's just slapping his tits. We can barely hear it. We can just see him doing it.
Well, folks, that gentleman attempting to beatbox with his chest. You know him. You love him. You've seen him on Hacks Golf. He's the best thing this side of Fishtown. It's John Montague.
What's going on, man?
And joining us tonight, Pat says he makes girls fall off bulls and sells bullshit weed to you.
I never said bullshit weed. I never said bullshit weed. And he doesn't make them fall. They fall because they're fat. Why didn't you make Mike beatbox?
I know how to beatbox.
No one does. He makes people do this every week, and they all think they're good, and it's just they don't know how to do it into the mic. So we just watched that if they were gonna blow an Asian. It looks like it's always watched with no noise.
I'm glad I just slapped my tits then.
Yeah, you were better off doing that.
My favorite was Andy Malafarina, who just instantly went into the good times.
He tried to do something else, and within 10 seconds, it just morphed into fucking Sanford and somewhere the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, what's the Pat George actually beatboxed?
That was
really?
Good, yeah.
I feel like
it was shocking. He was actually pretty decent at it too. We're like, oh shit. That man amazes me for how white he is, how he can do black things. He don't mean in a bad way. It's natural. He's multicultural. He only looks like Ned Flanders. He's multicultural and he can do it.
Yeah, I think he has 3 Family Guy tattoos. I don't think anyone that has that could also do black things very well.
Yeah, unless they're all Cleveland tattoos. Like,
true.
Just have to
got Cleveland's wife on his ribs.
My favorite was during the roast of him, Snoop Dogg just came out and looked at him and was like, no black people are watching that bullshit, right?
Snoop Dogg roasted Pat George. That's awesome.
It's a big get.
Farland.
You could have
pun intended.
You could have gone with it. People would have been like, holy shit, who's this guy? And went and watched the episode of how famous Pat George is. Pat George, yeah, that episode's known as that weird guy who talked when we wanted to see the cute lady talk. That's what people have said to me. I was like, he was on the episode with a cute lady. We get it happens. So thank you both for being on. I think Bobby explained the show. What we do is we both ask you guys to say racial slurs and then battle it out till you run out of them. So anytime you're ready, Bobby, if you want to start the timer.
All right, ready?
3, 2.
Great if you're like, finally.
I've been doing push-ups and practicing all day. Let's go.
No low-hanging fruit. I mean, and by that I mean gay slurs. It just has to be just Asians. No, that's this thing. Make Asia great again. I did hear somebody at my work today. This wasn't gonna be a story, but yell out "gook," and there was no one else in the store. It was just me, the other manager, one employee who is a tall black woman, and then this old white guy. So I don't know if he was having like a flashback from the war. But he didn't look old enough to be Worry. You know what I mean? Like I'm old. I'm 40. I'm about to be 47. He was like probably 55. But so it's like I don't think he'd be yelling out "gook." He just yelled, and it wasn't like I heard something wrong. It was clear. It was hard K at the end. He just like "gook" and he just yelled it, and then he was just looking at candles.
That's a great, like, if you get startled by something, a great reaction word. Gook, oh, jeez.
I like the classic. That's his Tourette's. That's what he just has to yell that every 5 minutes, like racial slurs. He's like, please stop teaching me these racial slurs.
Or better, it's a racial slur that you either know it or you don't. There's no like in between. Like some people are like, I don't know what that one is. So like he's got a deficiency that sometimes people get offended by, and some people go, that guy just says wacky noises, and they have no idea. So it just can be fun, but not good if he's traveling Vietnam.
I like the idea of a guy with Tourette's who can only yell like really bad slurs. Like for French people, he has to yell like, you surrendering cheese eating cow frogs. Like it's all just really not funny. terrible.
Oh, bad as in not. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are
yeah.
the good ones?
No.
Yeah.
Like really, like just terrible. Like not even funny. Like the people aren't even mad. They're just more like, what the fuck?
I know, but the way you worded it, I thought when you said that, I'm like, does Bobby think there's good ones? Not the classics, but no, yeah, that'd be better off just like, or like you just yell at least Tourette's with stereotypes that aren't that bad. It's like black people have big penises. Like, yeah, they do. That's great.
Asians are hardworking people. Like, jeez.
Okay, all right.
Mike, nothing to add with the slurs.
I'm all out. I'm fresh out of slurs.
Had a big day of slurring, and boy, are my tongue tied.
I hit my quota by like 4 this afternoon. So it's like my steps on my watch.
I
Yes,
hope
the
some
yellow-
people, I hope some Klan members treat slurs kind of like some comics are like, you know, when like one comic goes on stage and he says fuck a lot, like, hey, find other words that are kind of like the word fuck, but they're crazy and different. So the word doesn't lose its meaning. You know, instead of saying jerking off, say choking the chicken, move it around. Someone's like, hey, instead of N-word, try the, and he's got like 50. You're like, dude, eggplant's not even, that's a penis now.
It's like diet N-word.
Ooh, that could be a drink somewhere. I don't know where, but diet N-word. People would buy it if you don't hard R it.
You could, I mean, people would buy it down south, but also inner city. You would just be different demographics purchasing it.
Completely different marketing campaigns for both. One's headed by Little Nas X, the other's headed by Toby Keith.
They probably have a song together at this point, right?
Well, if they don't, why? Well, the other one, the
Yeah,
other
no,
Toby
they do.
Keith. What's he's Billy Ray Cyrus? He was with them.
Yeah, Toby Keith does have a song in the music video. What he actually does is he uses the American flag, right, as a phallus, and fucks Little Nas X with it. That's the music video.
He wears
That's
it
the
like
latest.
a Klan robe and fucks.
Yeah, yeah. It's and what's ironic is Toby Keith says, "quote I'm going to fuck him with this American flag until he's straight again." It's a real weird video.
You have a
I don't think
way
that's how
different
that works,
MTV.
like at all.
Yeah, that's the best MTV. America, oh man, Amerikeith. I hate him. Is that okay to say? Is that against the American rule?
That's fighting words on this podcast, but go on.
Who?
I do. I don't even know any of his songs except for like America. But we've talked about this before, but just like
Well,
it's
all
not
right.
good.
It's great.
Not great. What do you like? The music, not the America. I think anyone that writes a song about America's fucking run out of ideas.
I mean, to be fair, it was the wake of 9/11 and a country was trying to heal, Pat. You know, his songs.
I'm thinking he had that one in the fucking box anyway. I think that was ready to go. I think Toby Keith does nothing but walk around, look for eagles and fucking apple pies, and just that's it. He's autistic. He has
the
syndrome
American
child who
classic.
just sings about his country. That's so. Who wants to sit in their car and sing about America? That's stupid.
Okay, hang on. Let's throw out his songs about America. He's still got a plethora of instant
Songs
classics.
about trucks and hats. He's retarded.
Okay, we'll throw those out too. He's got the Red Solo Cup anthem. He's the Red Solo Cup guy.
He's
That's
white
the first
trash.
That's
It's
the
Nothing
first
wrong
time
with
someone's
that.
used- no one's ever used the word plethora and described country music in the same sentence.
He's got a cornucopia of hits, Pat. He's not. Red Solo. I forgot. I didn't even realize that was him. That makes this worse. My argument's better with that song.
How Do You Like Me Now?
I always liked you fine. What are you talking about?
No, that's a great song about him.
No,
It's about
it
this
was- it
girl
was called
who
comedy.
didn't like him in high school.
My bad.
Do you
I didn't mean
think-
to. I didn't
Then
mean to
she's
play
listening
along.
to him on the radio while she's divorced, and it's like, "How do you like me now?" Welcome to the Toby Keith podcast, Bobby and Pat.
Do you
How do
think
you
how
like
quick,
me now?
quickly-
That's him too. That song sucks. It
with
does
how
suck.
quickly
Well,
he put out
You
the
guys have
America
a fun
song?
podcast.
Where are you going? You're on it. I know you're on
You
the
listen to
Clan
Toby
channel,
Keith.
but I mean, like, just because you're on the Clan, Gumia doesn't like Toby Keith.
No, that's a genuine like of mine. Call it a
Toby
guilty
Keith, like, this
pleasure
is
if you
real.
want.
We're not kidding.
No, I love Toby Keith, man.
You love him.
As a
Like,
musician,
is it one of your favorite artists? Is a guy who doesn't even really sing? He just yells out loud, and he looks like Joe
I
Dirt
mean,
extras.
give me a number, and I'll tell you if he's in that top. Like, he's not top 10 of my favorites, but he'd probably make top
because he's
top
Toby
100.
Keith, and because he probably thinks this is funny. Top 69.
Yeah, he'd probably be number 69. That's a good
What the
place for
fuck? He
him.
wouldn't even make my top 1,000,000. I would never name him.
Well, you need to expand your horizons.
I have. That's why I haven't found Toby Keith. I've searched for real thing. Mike, you don't like Toby Keith, and you work in a country club.
Yeah, I don't really know too many Toby. The ones you named, I know, but I can't pick one out and be like, oh yeah, that's Toby Keith. That's my jam. No,
What's
I
the
don't.
country song you hear the most when you're at comics?
Oh, it's definitely probably Country Road. Country Road's up there.
That's not really a dancing around song, is it?
Definitely not a dancing around song. No.
Because they got the best thing they do at this country roadhouse is they've got, it's a part of a comedy club, and the outside's a roadhouse. And Mike's there with the bull, and the fat chicks come try to ride the bull, and that's a good time. And then they got a stage, and they get bands to come in. But then they've got like a dancing section where just two good-looking women who take dance very fucking seriously go up dressed in cowboy outfits and dance real hard like it's Coyote Ugly. But then they'll dance to it's always like Cotton Eye Joe or other songs that are kind of that's not really country.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy is always a big one.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, it's one.
That's a better song than Toby Keith, the fucking cowboy song.
You should have been a cowboy, Pat.
I wouldn't have been a good one. I don't like horses.
You should have learned to rope and ride.
Ever since I got divorced, I've been doing that.
I can't tell if that's just another name of a Toby Keith song.
Yeah,
I think it's Toby Keith.
The rest of the podcast is just going to be me quoting Toby Keith lyrics.
Wait, is that really? Was that a lyric? Rope and ride?
Yeah.
That's something that's how you lynch people.
No.
That's the Matthew Shepard story.
He's a cowboy. He's not a racist.
Isn't that how Matthew Shepard died? Rope and ride?
No.
I think it was a ride then rope.
Exactly.
Well, they had to rope him. What came first, the Matthew Shepard or the egg?
Do you think Toby Keith, with how quick he released that America song, he was tipped off just like how Jews were tipped off to 9/11? They let him know like a week out.
I do think that would be a great study to do. Be like, hey, all these country stars came out with these songs mixed pretty well, pretty quickly.
And while that happened, Enrique Iglesias had found out from someone, and they're like, all right, you two, dude, break out Hero. It's like, it's fine. Because Hero came out and it wasn't about 9/11. It was about him trying to fuck Anna Kournikova. And then all of a sudden it was about firemen. It's like, they're not your heroes.
He's the shoeless Joe Jackson of the songs about 9/11. He did it legit. He's the only one they can't prove was tipped off.
Shoeless Yo Jackson, because they don't pronounce J's. See, they bring it back full circle. Toby Keith would not allow him in that group because Toby Keith is racist. He's got to be. Look at him. Does he wear sleeves ever, Toby Keith?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure he did a song with Cowboy Troy, who's black. So there you go.
But they have to call him Cowboy Troy because they used to call him Black Troy. And people got mad. They're like, call him Cowboy Troy.
No, he raps country music. It's pretty.
He
pretty
raps
awful.
country music. That sounds like
Pretty
my grandma
fucking
said
terrible.
stuff.
It's pretty terrible. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight for this one.
Cowboy Troy.
Yeah, dude. Look it up when you're bored. It'll get stuck in your head and you'll be like, fuck you,
It sounds
Bobby.
like Toby Keith owns a black guy and he called him Cowboy Troy. This is mine, Cowboy Troy. Yeah, this wasn't planned. This is just, wow, that's how great this podcast is. Just smooth Toby Keith banter right at the beginning, right into it. His songs suck. America's songs suck. What's your favorite America song that's not the national anthem?
Apparently,
Mine?
he's got another song called "Happy Birthday, America." Is
I
that
don't know
just
that one. I'm not
is
gonna
that
defend that one.
is that just "Happy Birthday" song, and he just keeps America in there as the title? Like, is the
Happy birthday, dear America. He doesn't think about it.
see that I would get on board for. I hate country music, but I get on board for a "Happy Birthday."
He also has
America song.
America Had a Little Lamb. It's a pretty good song. Bobby's going through his playlist of Toby Keith's best hits.
No, you said I got to look up my favorite America song. Give me a second.
I think mine's the one, whatever. I think it's just called America, the one that plays in Sandlot when the fireworks are going off. And they're talking about how great America is.
I never
think
saw the
that's
Sandlot,
mine.
and people
No?
get mad at me for that. I've never seen it.
Oh,
Well, once a movie becomes a movie that the world wants to talk about, I can't then. I feel like it's too late.
yeah. At this point, that's your thing. You're gonna die, and at your funeral, they're gonna be like, he never saw Sandlot.
Or The Godfather.
I love if you had never seen one, but you saw Godfather 2, 3. Like,
I have seen part of 3.
story
It
really
was
doesn't make
just
sense.
on
I don't get it.
TBS. I was like, what's this? Like, oh, it's terrible.
Someone explain this to me.
Bobby.
Mine's Gordon St. Clair's "The Americans, a Canadian's Opinion." That's my favorite American song.
See, I'm fine with that. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
great.
American song.
They're like, yeah, America might be down, but they've bailed out the world for years, and they'll be back, bitches. It's a great fucking put that on and play some football. You know what I'm talking about, John?
I'm in.
Mine's
birds.
America. Fuck
Go
yeah.
Birds. There it is.
From Team America
He
World
said
Police.
wearing his Browns hat.
Where did I see you wearing that Browns hat? Oh, you're doing TikTok shit today. You were doing a lot of TikTok shit today.
Yeah, dude, I'm on TikTok now.
No, I liked
it.
Saw it.
Dude, Anthony just walked in on us trying to film a TikTok, looked at me and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, we're filming a TikTok. And he was like, yeah, just sit in the booth. And then he was just ready to tear me apart. And then he saw the one where it was just Steve beating off to, I just had a dick in my butt. And he was like, all right, that's pretty funny. Good job. You get a pass.
Stop being artsy. Get back to the gay stuff. Yeah. No, but the one where you're getting your face all touched and stuff.
Oh, yeah. He was like, you got to do something like a cute baby. So Luby and I remade the baby one.
Well, that song, I saw that kid live. That's how old when that song was big, like whatever it was, a long time ago.
Careful,
it was
you
called
won't be allowed Silk City hot
called
sauce.
the Oates anymore. It's got a French baby named Jordy sang a song called Ooh La La Baby. And he just would go, ooh la la, baby. And then he would try to rap. He sounded like Toby Keith. He was retarded and a child in French. And it was awful. And I saw him alive with Inner Circle, who sing Bad Boys. What are you going to do? That was a concert.
All right, well, that's sick. That's a good concert.
And then there was others because the two of them combined have 2 songs. I forget who else was there, but it was like whatever radio station putting it on was like, here's the
Tiffany.
songs you like right now.
Tiffany was there singing I Think We're Alone Now.
I wish it was that old, but I did see her in a mall once. Not like she wasn't working there. She performed in a mall.
This is where we find out the twist that Pat was Tiffany's stalker. All right, guys, let me tell you the POS story. There's this bitch who I'm just a fan of, okay? And now I got to stay 500 feet away. Who's the pitch? Who's the piece of shit? Is it the preppy?
I'd rather be a former stalker of Tiffany than a now present fan of Toby Keith. Anytime.
One of them is allowed to eat Silk City hot sauce.
Which one?
Toby Keith fans. Well, the other one's a pedophile.
I thought you meant Tiffany was a pedophile. I don't know if you guys know this, but Silk City hot sauce, the best hot sauce in the world, they sell it to anybody except for pedophiles. Pedophiles could not eat their hot sauce because they don't want them eating it. That's Frank's Red Hot. It's for them.
Yeah, but if there's anything pedophiles are good at, it's getting their hands on things they're not supposed to have.
You're right.
And so I'm pretty sure they are dousing their food in it.
I never thought. Thank you for saying. I never thought about how all we're doing is tempting them to have what they're not supposed to have. By us saying that, they want that sweet sauce.
Exactly.
Boy sauce.
Everybody wants that sweet sauce.
I don't. I want old mature sauce.
You don't like supple nubile sauce?
No, I don't want sauce to not know how to talk yet.
So I'm glad you brought up TikTok. Hang on. I'm glad you brought up TikTok.
All right. I was going to ask what's worse, fucking a baby or a 7-year-old, but good. You can stop me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad I stopped you. So I've got our first story of the night. And normally I don't go first, but this is a TikTok
Normally you
inspired
ask.
theme.
All right.
This is a TikTok inspired thing. So I'm scrolling through TikTok and I see this video and a woman posted this video and it's like, I wonder what Sean would think of these pictures. And it just goes through her daughter's like first year and a half of life. Like it's all the pictures, like her walking, her first words, her birthday and stuff. And then it's like, he took his life 2 years ago. I wonder what he would do if he knew about this. And it's just like, what the fuck? Maybe, or like, and then the last line is, I wonder what drove him to it. And it's like, I don't know, probably a wife who posted things like that on TikTok, like somebody who needed that much attention. So my question is, who is the piece of shit in this story? Is it the dude who killed himself and left his family behind? Or is it his ex-wife who posted about it on TikTok? We'll start with you, Pat, because you seem like you had your answer right away.
It's the guy. Now there's the guy. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I just not the guy. The guy who killed. I don't know the why he killed himself. There's a lot missing from this story, so it's kind of hard to do this. But the woman who used, I mean, you know what? Before I do say that, who knows? In this day and age, you're defined by your likes, what you get in life. This woman is left without a husband, but now has something to share her dead husband to get admiration and get a personality out of. So she was probably nothing beforehand. She was just the lady married to that guy. And now she's married to the guy who killed himself. And she's like, well, how do I use this on social media? So she used it so she could get likes. And she's probably banging other people. They're a little scared that when they die, they're going to be every time she records them, they're like, fuck, it's coming. She's getting ready. But like, so you know what? It's him. If he stayed alive, this bitch would be quiet. Wouldn't have the ability to. He killed himself and created this monster. So it's him.
Really? The timeline doesn't add up.
Other people.
We'll go to John. John, go ahead.
So
you
the
seem like you want to
timeline,
respond.
yeah, the timeline doesn't add up. You said that it was her daughter, the first year of her daughter's life, right? So the daughter's 1, but the guy killed himself 2 years ago. So that's not his kid. So I don't know. Sounds like he got out of a real sticky situation there, right? Is she trying to get child support like beyond the grave?
Oh shit. Maybe it was like an old video she took and was like, I wonder, like looking
She's
back
been
now if he
sitting
would
on
have
it.
done it, you know, yeah. I'm gonna
What
wait for the
music
right
did they
time.
play in the video? That matters.
What was the one from Fast and the Furious? The Paul Walker song.
Something about family, I'm assuming. I don't know.
No, hang on.
Is there a song called the Paul
I think it
Walker?
was Tiffany.
I was hoping it was Mike and the Mechanics like in the living years. That'd be a good video. Paul Walker's song. That's a song. Who sings
Is
that?
it the
Toby
song?
Keith. Paul Walker was a good man. Drove his
It's
car
like-
with a black man.
You'll know it when you hear it. Hang on.
You gotta love a man named Vin Diesel. Vin is the VIN number on your car, and Diesel's the kind of truck I drive. Man, woo! That's my favorite human. Vin Diesel. Is that why his name's Vin Diesel? Is that did I just figure out the Vin Diesel code? There's a VIN number on a car and Diesel's a truck. Holy shit.
Oh,
It's been a long day.
This is not known anywhere as the Paul Walker song.
Yes, it is. This is the song they played when he died. Mike knows. Look at him laughing. He knows.
But I know that as a song.
Yeah.
It's the Paul Walker song, dude.
It's a pretty well-known song. It's not known as the Paul Walker song.
I'm telling you, the majority of people know that. You hate Toby Keith. Nobody's trusting your musical knowledge.
Most people right now, people are like, I like this show better. Now that someone stood up to Toby Keith. I just figured out Vin Diesel's whole Da Vinci Code. I didn't realize that. I did everything. So what?
All right. Pilates, set these guys straight.
John
So,
never said who the piece of shit was. He just figured out that the guy's it's not his
Yeah, like-
child.
not
Yeah,
his
the
kid.
mathematician down here is telling us that it wasn't even his kid. So I feel like I'm going,
It's the kid.
points to John.
It's the
I'll
kid.
tell you what, if you Google Paul Walker song, that is the first song that comes up. So
I'm telling you, dude, it's the Paul Walker song.
This
Which
Bobby
I
just
didn't
put that
know.
in there. That's why he took so Bobby's put it in fucking algorithms, asshole. The Paul Walker song. What's it really called? Who sings that?
It's Wiz
I-
Khalifa, Till I See You Again.
parentheses,
AKA,
Paul Walker
parentheses,
song.
AKA the Paul Walker song. Yeah.
That's gotta suck if you're Wiz Khalifa and no one remembers the name of your song.
It's kind of messed up because in the video, like the still of the video was Khalifa's leaning against the car. Didn't Paul
Yeah,
Walker?
Just lean against Paul
They
Walker.
made the song for the movie. I'm not making this up. This is the song that was made for Paul Walker when he died.
This song was just made. Once again, then I believe the same thing John said. I believe Wiz Khalifa was tipped off and told that Paul Walker was going to die and had that song ready.
Hey, Wiz, it's Vin. I'm getting real sick of this Paul Walker fuck. Get ready with a tribute. We're gonna make millions.
You know how
I
mad
don't
they
know why
were?
my
They
Bruce,
were mad
or I
at
don't
Paul
know why
Walker because he
sounds
didn't
like
have a cool
Ludacris.
nickname, like a retarded nickname. Because it's like Vin talking to Rock and Wiz, and they're like, "You gonna call Slappy?" Like, well, no, he won't take the name. He's Paul. Like, well, we have to kill him.
No, they all those guys sat him down and were like, Paul, you need a nickname. And he's like, this is ludicrous. And they're like, nah, that's ludicrous.
Oh, hey, fuck you. Fuck
it
you for doing that joke. And then sitting back so happy. No, this is ludicrous. Piece of shit.
That
You
is a
can't see on the
flawless.
teleprompter where it says sit back and enjoy the ruckus laughter.
And this is overrated whore. What was her name? The one in it?
All of them.
The woman, the main overrated whore.
Lefty.
Was her
Letty.
name Lefty?
Letty.
No, her real name is like
I don't know. I only know her in that universe.
I've never seen any of those either.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't watch those.
You're fine. Nothing's happening to you. You're good.
You could have an episode called Guess the Plot, and you'd probably nail it.
You know what?
No, I'm gonna take a
I
different
saw
stance.
the spin-off though. My kids and my girlfriend at the time wanted to see the one with is it Daniel Craig? Is that no, he wasn't there. Was it him?
There was a James Bond.
James Statham. Wait, Jason Statham. I confuse those white people.
in the transporter.
Yeah,
On the
Jason
transporter.
Statham and The Rock were in a movie together, right?
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Calvin
And Idris Elba was in it. I didn't really get it, but it was just handsome folks driving around.
Pat, this is why you go to therapy, because you haven't seen the Fast and the Furious movies, dude.
I go
That's why
to
you need
therapy to
guidance.
discuss not
That's
seeing
why you need
movies.
guidance in life, because if you just watch those movies, you just live life a quarter mile at a time, baby.
time. Yeah.
Vroom, vroom.
I don't drive. That's why I don't go. It's a sad reminder.
Did you
So
know
Paul
Helen Mirren?
Walker was alive to pick me up. It'd be great.
They're making a series based on Pat's experiences called Slow and Sweaty.
in parentheses, the Pat Oates song.
Yeah.
I like
are
how
some
it's
great
in
nicknames
parentheses
in
the
this
Paul
movie.
Walker song, the same way the Pina Colada song is not called the Pina Colada song. It's just in parentheses. It's the same thing. All right. Bobby, so who do you think the piece of shit was in that story?
Oh yeah, it's the woman. Like you kind of, no matter what happens, if you're married to somebody, like that's your business. Keep it under the rug. That doesn't need to be out there for the world. Now, like in the moment, like I get it, it probably helped heal. But you got to think about like 5 years down the road when your daughter's scrolling through TikTok and sees that video and is like, what the fuck is this, mom? What's suicide? Like you said dad died in the army. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I thought he was a hero in Afghanistan. What happened?
yeah, it's going to do a lot of psychological damage. So
I like the 5-year-old kid you raised, Bobby. What the fuck is this, mom? What the fuck is suicide? Hey, what we doing over here? Dad was a pussy killing himself. Hey, you didn't raise me good by making TikTok videos, mom. I'm an Italian man now.
I was trying to make it light, but like the reality of it's going to be some girl's going to come home and be like, hey, mom, Trevor said today, I called Trevor mean. So he said my daddy didn't love me so much he killed himself. Can you tell me what that means? She's going to be like, where did Trevor hear that? And he's going to be like, this TikTok.
That's
That's the
Bobby,
stark
that's
reality.
Bobby, no, reality, that's ridiculous. You think this woman's going to have custody of her kid in a couple years? What she's doing right now already, recording the death videos, she's losing that kid real quick.
Yeah, you got to think she was part of the reason he did it. So, I mean,
The reason.
he's somewhere. He's somewhere in the great beyond, upstairs, downstairs, what do you want to say? But he's like, see, this is the shit I'm talking about.
He's at
He's
Heaven's
downstairs,
Gates.
but he's hanging from the upstairs.
He's at Heaven's Gates. St. Peter's like, dude, we already told you no. He's like, no, I got one final appeal. And he's like, oh yeah, what's that? And he just shows the TikTok and they're like, oh, I'm gonna have to run this past the
Right.
big guy. I
Come
think
on
you got a
in.
good case.
They're at the pearly gates. They're looking at the video. He's like, "Well, I don't really get it." He's like, dude, hit the volume. And it comes on. It goes, the Paul Walker song? Get up
Fucking
here.
Paul Walker song?
Get up here. Sit next
Paul
to Paul.
pokes his head out. He's like, is that my song?
Wait, why is that my song? You're
You guys
dead,
call
Paul
me?
Walker. Son of a bitch. Wait, and Vin Diesel's still alive? Yep, he's still alive. And he's in Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of.
But they stopped making the movies after I died, right? Like,
They at least made a cool walker for people that are crippled, right? Called the Paul Walker. Like, no, they didn't even do that. Like, why would they not do that?
did Johnny Walker come out with a special blend after I passed at least? Like,
Is there a Paul Walker Texas Ranger spinoff? Is there something else? Christopher Walker, Walken changed his name to Walker for me. All right, we did it. Bobby, so can I do a story?
Please.
All right. I'll kick this on here. Now, Bobby, you're not going to be able to see anything. Hold on. So, Mike, your thing's in here still. There we go. You guys see? Not yet.
Like your face thing.
Oh, wait, hold on. We didn't share. Hold on. I'm bad at Zoom. So I don't usually do this, but I'm taking something from a Facebook community group. Because it was so ridiculous that I have to share it. This is Skeleboner. If you guys can see it yet, should be popping up in a second if it hasn't yet. Are you seeing it? There we go.
There it
Oh
is.
yeah. I remember you showed me this, right?
Skeleboner. But Mike, I know you had seen this. This is a costume that's at the Halloween spirit shop near my house. If you can't read it on there, it includes a skeleton jumpsuit, mask with attached hood, gloves, faux phallus, and air pump, so you can blow it up. It's a silly one size fits most, which is nice because not everybody's gonna fill that out. And I like these wearing little sneakers; they don't come with it. It's a silly, stupid costume in one of the stupidest business models of all times. A Halloween spirit store, a place that pops up like a gypsy for 2 months, sells dumb shit, and leaves. Now, the woman here that is upset about it. Can I move you guys? There you go. She wrote, "So we doing this now, huh? Be aware, Spirit Halloween's now selling costumes like this in case there's anyone that doesn't want their kids to see it. Maybe it's just me. My opinion, costumes like this should belong at the VIP store bought online." And she wrote on parentheses, Paul Walker song. No, she wrote in parentheses, "sent to me from a friend." So you know she didn't take a picture of Skeleboner. There are 98 comments on here. Most of them want to cancel Halloween to the point where one woman had to write, "Wow, people, no one's trying to cancel Halloween. As grown adults, there's nothing wrong with the costume. This is funny. It would love to see someone actually wearing it. This should be placed appropriately, and the store wasn't it. No need to call for the canceling of Halloween, which they're trying to do in my town because of Skeleboner. They want to get rid of it. And I don't see a problem with it, but who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it Josette Goody, who I probably shouldn't be saying her name, but whatever. Get some fame, lady. Yeah, for posting this in there. You see that costume, you like it or don't like it, you walk away. To take a picture you're drawing more attention to it. I would have never known there was a Skeleboner until this woman took a picture, put it in a group that I'm in to promote things sometimes, and then let the world know, at least in Ansonia, Connecticut, about a Skeleboner. Is it Spirit Halloween for selling a Skeleboner costume? Listen, kids aren't really going to be going out anymore. It's more adult inside parties and going out because of COVID and everything. It's more inside stuff. I get why they do it, but maybe keep that costume in the bag somewhere. I don't know. It's an odd costume choice, but they're trying to get people to buy things. Is it the people on here who want to cancel Halloween? I have no problem canceling Halloween. Halloween's always been a creepy, weird tradition that we have. I think kids should get candy. I think we should have fun. But to choose one night where children dress up in outfits, once again, very pedophile-like, to taunt me and tease me for my treats, it's a very weird day. But if you're dressed up like Skeleboner, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to be your kids anyway. Who's the piece of shit in the story? John, you go first.
I love that this was, out of all the stuff that Spirit Halloween sells, this was the thing that offended her the most. Like, there's
big
every...
dick. It's a big dick.
I mean, well, look at the picture. She's got a black guy right next to her. It's nothing new to her. Like, he looks black, at least in the picture.
Can you see the other picture where it's erect?
I mean, it's generous. I'll give it that.
I never noticed that till just now. It's closer.
It's impressive. But also, I mean, this is the same store that sells like any woman's costume, the slutty version. So, like, I just looked it up. There's a slutty donut costume. Like, which would go great with this because you could put the Skeleboner through the hole of the donut. And that would be hilarious.
I do like that it's not gender specified, so no one get mad at that. It doesn't say male costume. You can be a lady with a skeleton dick.
I like to think it was a trans skeleton, personally.
Well, I don't think he's faking one way or the other with this. He's got a huge cock.
I'm going Spirit Halloween's okay in this situation. I say make it bigger. Why stop there?
There's a pump.
I mean, I'm saying go even longer.
It should be just a penis. I'm sure there's a costume with just a penis.
Oh yeah, you should have to hook that thing up to a leaf blower. That's how big I want it to be.
Mike, who's the piece of shit?
It's definitely Joanne or Joanne, right?
Josette.
I
don't know her, but I'm sure I'll know her after this. I'm sure the next one will be Pat Oates is a piece of shit.
Like, who is walking around a neighborhood with their Skeleboner out? And like, you have, like, if you're buying it, then you have discretion, I would hope, right? Like, go to
teenage Pat would have bought this and gone to every house.
Every house in the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, I
or
guess
at
you're
least
right.
like you throw a robe over it, and then you're like, "Yo, You look like you got a good sense of humor. Check this out.
Pizza
And then you open the
box.
robe. Bam.
Or you get like, you like the little pumpkins with the handle to get your candy in, but you put the handle over the dick and you open up the coat, put the candy in here, and it's just hanging off
Like-
your fake dick.
Like the
I'm
dick
giving
in the
that
box
guy
kind of thing.
both
Yeah.
sides.
All right.
Dick in a box, but themed well.
I like it.
See, that's the problem. If Justin Timberlake got dick in a box, I'm sure Josette thinks it's hot and great, but just as Skeleboner, not a hot dude, just wearing chucks and fucking. I like that he has chucks on. Bobby, you can't see it, but have you seen the picture before?
I checked it. Yeah, I went and looked at it. The piece of shit is Spirit Halloween. The whole point of Halloween is to like make your own costume. Growing up, I didn't go to Spirit Halloween once. Like you spiked your hair up and put on an orange vest and said, I'm Goku, or you know what I mean? Like that's how I had fun. And I'm maybe just now realizing that maybe I was just poor, but that's how I found it
I did
fun.
a couple of those too.
But
Damn,
the
there's
biggest
nothing
of those,
worse.
the
There's
biggest
nothing
of
worse
those,
than a poor dork, too.
John would have beat me up in
All
high
right.
school.
Yeah.
All right.
I like how you
hitting
didn't even
with
say it
the
was Halloween. You're
Skeleboner.
like, sometimes you're just
The-
poor and you dress up and say, I'm Goku.
The real reason
July.
they're the piece of shit is because of the joke that's going to be made 1,000 times, which is you got 206 bones in your body. You want one more, and then the poor girl's gonna get stabbed in the butt with this fake dick.
Is
And
this
for that reason, they're this piece of shit.
wait? Is this the extra bone that they always say black guys have?
Yep, that was it.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
That's
Okay.
it. That was it.
That's-
That's what Jimmy the Greek was talking about all those years ago.
So they jump
Skeleboner.
higher. All right.
Skeleboner isn't even a good pun.
Yeah.
It's not called Skelebones. It's got skeleton. It's either Boner Man or what would be a better pun for this? Maybe that's the problem. The wordplay is bad.
I don't think there is good wordplay for this. It's just the biggest question is how did it take us this long to have this as a costume? Right? Like, how is it 2021 and this is just popping up? It feels like this should have been done years ago.
The guy who pitched it is awesome. The guy who goes, I got it. He's just I was watching He-Man with my kids, and I was like, what if his dick was out? You gotta make this. Like, we're not gonna get He-Man on board. That's not gonna work. Kevin Smith's involved. It's too much money. All right, that costume from Karate Kid, not the new one now. The old Karate Kids when they jumped the guy in the bathroom. What if their dicks were out? Like, dude, we get it. We get the idea. He's like, we'll just get skeletons with dicks, but it's not a bone. It's like, yeah, you only if you try it is. Like, but they call it a boner, but there's no bone in it. Skeleboner, like, dude, whatever. It's a year where people are making no money. Like, no one's gonna buy this, and then I'm sure it's not selling well.
I can't wait to see it's the #1 sold thing from Spirit Halloween this year.
Right after
I'll
the
buy
Paul Walker
Josette's-
uniform.
I'll buy Josette's husband this costume. I'll do that.
I'm sure he's
That
not
would be a
psyched.
great-
Good
just
call. I
had
didn't even
to-
see that. He's like, I don't need no Skeleboner. Now, my kids have come to comedy. They're 19, 16 now, but they've come to comedy shows with me since I've been doing comedy forever. And I allow them to see all kinds of senses of humor so they don't get weird. The simple fact that she's like, well, my son saw this at 16. He goes, that's fucking hilarious. I go, it is. And I'm like, you would never wear it. He's like, oh God, no, nobody would wear that. But it's hilarious that they sell it. For her to be like, what will my kids say? Your kids will go, haha, that's funny. And if you laugh too for the first time in your life, Josette, your kids will think you're fun and not some prick. You'll laugh together at the stupidness of one man. And you know it was a white American. No, who else would make Skeleboner? Nobody else would fucking think of that. That's not an Asian product. Because it would have a cooler name, like Super Mega Awesome Cock, like or
And a
something like
way
that.
smaller dick.
Yeah, you're way smaller dick. No pump. Just flaccid. So I don't think the piece of shit is. I do think. I understand her parenting. I understand putting it out. Once again, the same way I said the piece of shit was the woman or the guy because he died and let that lady put the thing out. I get why the woman put it out. She wants attention. She thinks they're gonna, everyone in the group's gonna be like, yeah, you're the best. You're saving our kids from, bone cock. You're all doing it. So the piece of shit is the person who first said, I got an idea. And then went and drew or you know what? It's the model, the guy in the picture who he probably didn't even know. He just put it on to be silly. Now he's a famous model on the front. And he's Skeleboner. So he's going to bars going, you know, Skeleboner? Like, well, kinda. That's me. I'm That's me. Now blow
Because
me.
of the mask, though, and we could all claim that. That might be my new thing when I'm out and about. Just be like, I don't know if you want to look it up real quick. Take your phone out. Like,
Yeah, Google Skeleboner. No, sir, where are you going?
do you recognize these
Skeleboner.
chucks?
How do you spell that?
What if this was actually the guy who killed himself in the first story? He was the one who invented Skeleboner, and no one believed in him. And then after he died, his wife got all the residuals.
All the residuals from the dick money. Oh my god.
That fucking bitch.
Oh. And every time the kid sees a hard cock, it cries thinking of her dad. Or an air pump. Just a combination of the two.
We've been trying to go viral, guys, as most people do. So one thing we thought of is making a TikTok. And like one of the things that's going like pretty big is they get the computer voice to be like, wait until you see this guy's reaction. Right. And like, so what I want to do is have a clip and it's like, wait until you see this guy's reaction to these accusations. And then it's just the R. Bud Dwyer clip.
That's great.
And it'll just take you to the Pat Oates Show YouTube channel.
Don't link it to us.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to do. Write to us.
I endorse that. I lived a block from the Capitol when I lived down in Harrisburg. And that was like the first thing when we took the tour. I was like, do we get to see the Bud Dwyer room? They're like,
They're like, yeah. Somebody check him again.
You usually go much longer with that.
No, short and sweet.
Usually it's a long, drawn out thing. And then other
That's not
things
my
are behind
style
it.
even remotely.
What? That is your move. Parentheses, the Paul Walker song. That is you.
It was originally the Bud Dwyer song, but then they changed it when Paul died.
I hope that they keep changing it every time someone dies. The
Bobby,
Skeleboner guy song.
There's your we're gonna go viral for it. Just take the Bud Dwyer footage with the Paul Walker song over it.
All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah, Bobby, you're gonna miss it again, but I'm sharing another photo here.
I'll check it out. The other thing we could do is just use our Bud Dwyer as much as we could and be like, because reaction videos are real big. So it could just be like my reaction when LeBron dunked the basketball, and then it's just him.
All right, Bobby. White TV news anchor suspended for wearing afro wigs on air. By the way, written by our friend Ben Costigan, Bobby, just so you know. To celebrate temperatures dipping into the 70s after a sweltering weeks-long heat wave, Arkansas KATV anchor Chris May and meteorologist Barry Brandt wore afro wigs, and viewer reception was chilly. The Little Rock-based station quickly suspended the two white news anchors and canned their boss after the broadcasters wore the African-American style hairpieces during an evening weather report, which aired at 10 p.m. on September 16th. Swift action was important to hold the responsible parties accountable, the spokesperson at Adweek said to the newscast. During the inflammatory segment dubbed Return to the 70s, May and Brandt sported wigs modeled after afros, a hairstyle popular nearly 5 decades ago, the Arkansas Times reported. May later shared a Twitter photo of their controversial cosplay, which has since been deleted. The forecast caught the attention of African-American activist Dr. Anika Whitfield, sorry, not Whitefield. She is black as fuck. Who issued a complaint to WATV in which she wrote that the stunt was a preparation of systematic racism to have a European American man wear an afro wig. After receiving no response, Whitefield reached out to John Siebers, a Sinclair Broadcast Group vice president and group manager in charge of local stations in Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma. He issued the following apology. We apologize to all viewers who were rightfully offended by this segment, and we promise to enact and enforce new measures to prevent future incidents from occurring. Who is the piece of shit in this story? Is it this wonderful news anchor and his friend for putting this on and saying it was back to the 70s? It wasn't about, in my mind, they were just being guys with afros. It was the haircut of the 70s. They put on afros. Is it the doctor, Anika Whitfield, for stepping out and saying, hey, this is wrong. This is making fun of our hairstyles? I get that as well. Is there for stepping up? Is it the company for suspending them and taking the action, taking them off the air? How is it their fault? They're puppets. They're news people. They're being told to do it. Is the bosses who let them do it? Them also getting canned from their jobs because they had to have fun on a news thing. When finally something fun was on the news, it's in goddamn Arkansas. Who gives a fuck about any of it there? Who's the piece of shit? Or is it people in the 70s for having afros? We still find it hilarious to this day when white people wear afros. And when a white person has an afro and they're not Jewish, we're all like, what the fuck are you? Your dad cheated on you. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Mike, you go first.
He
He's so happy. Look how happy he is.
is. He's definitely happy. And I mean, I feel like it wasn't maliciously done, right? Like
He doesn't even look
we're having
white.
fun.
He
We're
looks
not
like George
like look at
Lopez.
the silly black people. We're just remembering the 70s. We're good.
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with black. It was about what the whole thing was. We're back in the 70s because there was 70-degree weather.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
That was the
makes
theme
sense.
they were going for. Which they were weatherman, whatever. Like, hey, it's back in the 70s again. So they were being in the 70s. I don't know why they had afros.
Could they have done it a better way? Is there a better way they could have done it? Maybe like
Yeah, the
flower
clothing.
power or some
You
shit.
could
I
have
don't
just
know.
put on crazy 70. You could have put on John Travolta-esque Saturday Night Fever
Glasses
disco
and
outfits. You could have had a
polyester
disco
suits
ball
and shit.
come down with lights and just played Staying Alive. Definitely other things you could have done.
I mean, a disco ball during the news would have been fun.
You stare at this, you wouldn't have thought they were being about the 70s. You would have thought something with afros. You know what I mean? You would have thought it was a haircut. You wouldn't think about the time period.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, they took a shot and they missed with it, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a Latino going to court.
All right, fair. I'll give you that.
He's looking good. John, who's a piece of shit?
I think the news anchor is a piece of shit only if one. All right, so if he left it on and did the rest of the news with it, like if he was like, all right, we now turn to local news. 14 shot dead at a school today, like, and he left the wig on. That's the only way it's redeemable. That also, if when the temperature gets into the 80s, if he's just banging out rails of coke, he redeems himself for not being a piece of shit. Like he just have powder on his face. Then you save
if
yourself.
it gets to the 10s, like the 2010s, and he's just dressed like Paul Walker. Oh, so good. But so there's another picture I didn't put up, but there's one where it's frame in frame where it's him next to the other female anchor. She's not wearing it. And it's funny to see her just dressed normal and him with that thing on.
Oh,
and
you
also
know,
the weather guy had it on, but maybe the weather guy should have just did it. Because he's doing the weather.
Right.
It's the 70s, point to his hair. This guy's just doing the regular. He definitely could have done like, and it's been 20 years since 9/11. He's just wearing the wig. I don't think he's probably so bored of his job. It's such a shit job. And now the news has become this thing where you have to be more entertaining and have one side or the other. He's just trying to be that fun news anchor, the local Arkansas schmuck. And he's just wearing an afro.
You know that woman that didn't wear it was sitting there and she was like, no, definitely wear it. That's a great idea. And she was like, I'm going to be lead anchor tomorrow. Let's do this.
She just pulled up her skirt and goes, look at this bush.
Yeah, this is 70s,
baby. Look at this. Bobby.
I'm torn because on one hand, it's absolutely the anchor and the weather guy's fault. That's a terrible bit. And they absolutely didn't commit to it. Like if they came in bell bottoms, platform shoes, like an open shirt and, the big disco chain, then we're not having this conversation because there's no doubt that they were doing the 70s. You know what I mean? So like it's partially them for not committing to the bit. On the other hand, this cunt just needs to look into it and can't say she's wrong. Like clearly they weren't doing what you thought they were doing. Spoiler alert, in 8th grade, I had a dope ass afro. It was legitimate. Like I grew it naturally. It wasn't a perm. It was just a natural afro. Turns out when you mix Italian with Irish, sometimes you get a pretty sick ass fro. That's not me being racist. That's just my hair. My dad in the 70s had a giant afro because he could also grow it. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't just lay claim to something that other people can also grow.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's called an afro though. That lays pretty thick claim to it.
Yeah. I don't think it's them though, Bobby, because of the bit part, because I think if they came up with it themselves, they would have had more on. This feels like something like they showed up to work and someone else had the idea. And they're like, yeah, it'd be funny. And they're like, all right. And then
it would also be their fault for not telling that guy to fuck off. That's a terrible idea.
But news anchors don't have brains. If they did, they wouldn't be news. Like they're only on there to be a talking head so they can get on TV. So they're like, maybe this will get viral in the good way. And they didn't realize how bad it was going to go.
It's just like though, when this woman goes hunting, right? Sometimes you're not going to find oil. Like when they come for us, they're absolutely going to find things they can use, right? It's not going to be a stretch. This is a stretch. Admit you're wrong. And then the next time you go after somebody, it'll carry a lot more credibility.
I give them credit for trying, though. I'm not even mad at the doctor. She has to do that. If you're going to be a black woman in the world right now, you have to yell at everything. Wrong. That's your thing.
They weren't making fun of them. Like she
no,
can't
I know, but
wrong.
if she doesn't say anything, she loses her black card or whatever. They have to
just collecting them. They're just
they come get them. They come take them away. I'm trying to find the other photo.
Why stop at 1970? Go back like 1870. Just burn the woman reporter at the stake for being a witch. Fuck it.
Be like, all right, you don't want to play along? This is your punishment, bitch.
Yeah.
Where is the one with I saw it and it's gone. Never mind. Why don't they get the one with it together? The only other good
and
one.
The Yankees just scored a run, making it 3-1 Boston. For those of you watching along at home.
Oh, I thought this was it. This would be funnier if this is true. Hold on. Boom. All right, I'm learning.
While you do that, have either of you guys ever seen the movie Gattaca?
Oh, fuck you.
No, never.
God damn it.
No?
No.
Okay, so Gattaca is basically a movie about genetic engineering. I highly recommend you both watch it. But basically it gets to a point where you can pretty much design your whole kid once you conceive, like down to the T. So the question remains for each of you gentlemen. You're having a son. We're at that point. How big of a dick are you giving him? Now, bear in mind, the bigger the dick he is, the bigger asshole he's probably going to be, right? Like smaller dick, probably going to work hard. Remember Hitler, micro penis.
Remember Hitler?
Barack Obama, 16-inch cock. So those are kind of the levels of the spectrum you got there.
I'll go middle of the road. I'm going to give him an average hang, and he's going to work a decent blue-collar job. He's going to collect a paycheck and die of lung cancer, probably.
We're going to learn about you. What's an average hang?
That's the key. Yeah, there's no easy out.
What season are we talking here? Like
the 70s. No.
In the 70s? Whoo, knee slap. No, it's a never get a complaint, but no one's ever amazed by it kind of hang.
I need it. We'll accept either metric or English system, but we're gonna need something.
No one's ever amazed by it is the saddest in your life, no matter what. Even if she was lying, there was somebody who faked amazement. You're like, no one's ever gasped or you went, whoa.
He's gonna learn how to use his tongue like his father, and we're gonna move on. It's
usually I hear things like, we'll make it work.
Yeah, no, don't worry, I have a drawer full of toys. That's usually the response.
It's Bobby. It's like at your job at the store. They're like, is there more in the back? All right, so you answer that, Mike. How would you? I hate this. I don't think anyone should ever build a child's cock. I get mad at this every week. I'll never see Gattaca because of it. Yes, we'll never see Gattaca either.
Definitely a wild question, but I'd go as big as I could get. Like, why not? Like, why wouldn't you?
Because why did you know about your kid's dick? Did your dad know about your dick?
Yes,
shouldn't be designing your kid's dick and then hoping he does well
but my
with
dad
it.
didn't get to design it.
If
I get to design it, like, why wouldn't I?
Don't hope your kid does well with his dick. Don't think about your kid's dick.
Every parent wants their kid to have whatever they didn't. Have a better life than they did. So
it doesn't make it better just because you got a big piece.
It might.
He's not going to want to talk to people.
By that logic, Pat's dad knows way too much about his dick.
So much. He knows everything.
He shaped it. It was like clay. It was just you can like
I'm made
shape
of
a
clay.
baby's
I don't
head.
even know that. I'm actually just made of clay. It's the worst clay. It's
all right.
I hate this game. Out of all the games you do, Gattaca's the kid cock question has to stop. It's been 2 months now, at least.
So we talked about viral videos, and like the block right outside the studio is getting real bad. So another viral video I had would be, we'll take like an unknown fighter. Like we sponsor this fighter, Blaine Shutt at Blaine Shutt MMA. And he's 0-1 in Bellator. But you know what? I'll tell you what, John, I saw you wince when I said he was 0-1, but he really fought hard. Like there were a number of times where I was
He's
like,
a
dear God, Blaine, please don't get up. This man is murdering you. And he just kept getting up. And I would think things like, Blaine, you have a daughter. And he would just keep getting on back up. And it was just, but what I thought we could do to get him some followers and maybe our podcast too is just have him train on the street where he just starts fighting the homeless / drug addicts out front. Cause like half the people are going to be on crack. So every like 3 guys is going to be like, oh, boss round. What do you think about that? Any thoughts? How would you make that go viral? How would you take that to the next level? What can we add in? Can we give the crack addicts weapons?
I think it'd go viral just by him beating the shit out of homeless people. They have to all be white though.
Oh, buddy, no.
Because it gets shut down any other way. He's a white privileged twink.
Fists.
Bobby, he's a white privileged twink who's good at fighting. He can't beat up minorities.
Men, women, and children, they all get a turn.
Okay, if he's beating up kids, then that's a different thing. Then that's a good video.
Yeah.
I think they each get a weapon of choice. Like one gets their shopping cart and they get to just run into him with it. He's got to work on.
They've got to have homeless weapons.
Yeah.
We can't even give them real weapons.
Just throwing needles. They're just.
I know we're not feeding them, but we can at least give them weapons they don't have. They get a jar of piss.
No, you fill his pockets with food and they'll fight very hard.
Or he wears that meat suit that Lady Gaga wore, and they fight him in that.
Ooh.
He wears the Skeleboner, but the boner is an actual sausage. And
dude.
No other guest has ever tied in every segment into every other segment.
That's all I can do.
Appreciate you, sir.
That's all I got.
Mike, how would you make this better?
The whole thing would be announced by Toby Keith.
There you go. And all the tie-ins are in America.
Yeah.
Fireworks going off. It's great.
By
the way, here's the picture. I'm sharing it. Here's the picture
Blaine
of.
Fucked them up.
So you see it. The 2 guys stay suspended. The one to the left, the inside pic, that's the guy with the afro on. So it is a big difference when he puts the afro on and then who he is. And these guys are too white to do that. I didn't see them before.
So happy though. He looks so happy.
Hey,
So
Sally.
much happier.
Hey, Sally. Let's go a shade darker on the base today, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, it looks like he did. There's some bronzer involved, like without a doubt.
He's the guy that was fired, wasn't he? Looks like he'd be fired for like a sex crime before this. Like,
Yeah, he's
Like, Jerry, well, we let all the molestation accusations go. But this is where we draw the line.
I don't know if you look close. He's wearing a vest.
Yep, he's definitely wearing a vest.
I rest my case.
He's the one who obviously, just by telling 2 suspended, 1 fired, it was his idea. He was the guy behind the scenes. He had froze just with them.
It would have been fine until you threw the black power fists up and yelled BLM, ACAB. That's where we drew the line.
What's funny is there's
dress up like N-words through the wings.
There's some intern that had to go buy like multiple sizes, and he's like, nope, not 70s enough. bigger.
Or there's the black female who does the sports reporting, and she's like, "Where's my wigs?" And they've got them on. That'd be better. There's like a hazing thing where she's like, "What the fuck? Those are mine." Look at me. I'm from the 70s. Then I'll enjoy that. If that's what happens, now I like it. All right. Yeah, that other, and the other guy looks like Dan Patrick if he had Down syndrome. But like they look like news anchors.
It was all good till you said we're doing it like the real 70s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Hell no, we won't integrate.
They're just hosing people back from the schools. It's a good time. Bobby, you got any more dumb things?
Ooh. I don't know if we have to call them dumb. That just sounds hurtful.
I'm sorry. Do you have any more wonderful ideas?
Why don't we do a story and then I'll bring it on home.
All right, fine. This will be the story I go with. By the way, Ben Cost again with another story. He's covering all the good ones. Where are we? Woman dies nearly dies after 8-hour wedgie from high-waisted shorts. Oh, he did his pun. I fucking hate him. Who wears short shorts? Probably not her again. Oh, I hate Ben Cost. A North Carolina woman shared that she could have easily died after she contracted a bacterial infection from wearing high-waisted denim shorts for 8 hours. A video recounting her nearly fatal fashion disaster boasts more than 8 million views on TikTok. Moral of the story, tight shorts are out, wrote Sam, who goes by I'm too old to be on this on TikTok, and has apparently since set her account to private under the clip chronicling the accidental atomic wedgie, which occurred 3 years ago while she was on a date. Speaking about the incident to BuzzFeed, the bed-wrangled gal recalled that she was wearing very uncomfortable clothes, which prompted her to pick at the high-riding Heine huggers. I fucking hate him. A pic of which she shared in the follow-up video several times during the 8-hour outing. Eventually, the gal opted to ignore it and just enjoy my time, she said. But the next day, the gal, they keep saying the gal, who's this gal? Started
Makes
feeling
me think
very
it's
ill.
Not a gal. Like, methinks the author doth protest too much.
And like whenever I go, that lady, I said that the other day, there's a lady at work who definitely was not always a lady. I'm like, well, that fella needs help. And because it looks like a fella, but it's a lady now. Like same thing, that gal, that dame, it's like that thing. The next day, the gal started feeling very ill and noticed that she had a large bump where the chafing had occurred. As time went on, it started becoming more painful. The bewildered woman told BuzzFeed the pain was isolated to one spot and felt like a throbbing, stabbing pain. The next day, Sam visited a doctor who gave her antibiotics for a possible skin infection in my ass crack, she noted to the TikTok video. But by that point, it was already too late. The next morning, Sam fell into what she later discovered was septic shock after contracting a skin infection called Shut up. BuzzFeed reported the woman's mother rushed her shivering, very breathless daughter to the hospital.
This is what happens when you wear those horse shorts, Mary. This is God punishing you.
Maybe he's not passing that cooch around in the whole town and them fucking dukes. You wouldn't have these problems. She went to septic shock. Daughter in the hospital where, according to Sam, medical professionals considered cutting off the infected part of her derriere. Holy
We're going to have to cut out your pussy.
You're going to cut out your asshole. My best part, Dad said. What? Never mind. Thankfully, Sam was able to recover in the ICU and avoid the rump-ruining surgery per the TikTok clip. After 3 days additional recuperation, the grateful gal was discharged from the hospital without any lasting effects aside from the embarrassment of constantly having to show my ass to doctors every day. Unfortunately, the cellulitis returned a month later, so she returned to the ER for another round of antibiotics. In the wake of their mishap, TikTokers' emotions were rubbed raw by Sam's life-threatening wedgie. And then they get to a whole bunch of TikTok bullshit. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Isn't the girl for sharing this at all? What happened to humility? What happened to pride? What happened to just listen, we've all walked maybe too far in jeans or something like that. You get a little chafing. We don't fucking break our crotches out, take a photo, put it on TikTok and hope for the best. And calling it an 8-hour wedgie and all that. You wore your shorts all day. You're yanking at it. You got a little rash on your butt. What are we doing? How are you getting sepsis I don't even understand how this happened. But is it her? Is it the mother for rushing her to the hospital? Like, really? My dad would not have rushed me to the hospital if my crotch was weird. He would have said, shut up, stop talking about your crotch, and put ice on it. My dad told everybody to go to the bathroom, rub their stomach, and try to poop for everything. If you broke your leg, you had to do that. So he would have done that with that. It would have been fine.
He's like, I designed your dick to fit perfect into those shorts.
Yeah, we designed your cock fine. Well, I don't know what you're ruining the rest of you for.
Oh, dude, what a brilliant future where every pair of underwear also comes with a dick slot size. Like,
you just wear the Skeleboner outfit. Instead of the pump,
you'll be able to get
right in.
Perfect fitting underwear all the time. Oh,
Isoboners.
my God.
That's a better term anyway. It's an isotoner gloves, isoboner gloves. You just put it on your pants. But is it Ben Cost? By the way, Ben Cost is a guy. I do New York Post all the time. This article is written. First of all, this article should have been written. This is a fucking shit article. He wrote the last two that we did. Usually we have decent stories. Ben writes the worst ones with all the fucking ass puns and all that fucking the rump rating. Fuck him. All ass talk. isn't the hospital for not just throwing them out. Yeah, I mean, I throw them out. Like they show up, she's like, I had a wedgie. Like, get out of here. We have real people to save. Like, there's so many pieces. Isn't the guy who was on the date for not coming forward with this? Because he was probably mad, like, why, I just want to hook up. What's the big deal? She's like, I can't, my ass has sepsis. Like, whatever, bitch. Who was the piece of shit in the story? Bobby, since you were so tickled by it, you go first.
It's you, Pat, and America.
Toby
Every time
Keith.
I say I don't eat pussy, you guys give me a real hard time. And this is exactly why. How dirty does your pussy have to be that you give yourself sepsis with a wedgie? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
If she let people eat her pussy more, she wouldn't have this problem.
No, tongues aren't self-cleaning. That's not how this fucking works, Pat. It just gets nastier.
I clean my own tongue. You don't brush your teeth and clean your tongue? You fucking animal?
Yeah, I do, but that doesn't then in turn clean
my tongue is clean. It cleans her. She's clean.
So you're like, hey, babe, real quick. I know we've been out dancing all night. Let me go brush my tongue.
First of all, we're not out dancing on with that wedgie. Sepsis. She can't move. She can't move. She's got an 8-hour wedgie. What are you still in the 70s? Hey, babe.
When you first said that, I thought that like the guy was giving her an 8-hour wedgie. Just the ultimate hilarious bully. Just
when I found this article, I thought that's what it was. Like a girl was given an 8-hour wedgie. It was bullied. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Then I realized she was a moron. And I'm like, okay, we're doing this.
I'll say that's like Hall of Fame bully level. That's you could hold on for that long.
And strong underwear.
Breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, like, for it not to rip for 8 hours. So John, since Bobby thinks America and me are the pieces of shit because I eat pussy and the rest of America does.
You know who doesn't? Me and fucking Batman. So suck my dick.
You know who does? Lesbians, and they're still cool.
Yeah, nobody has any beef with that. I don't mind watching.
There's no beef with lesbians at all.
Yeah.
Lesbians hate beef. But John, piece of shit.
The author from this article, because
I
can't. It amazes me how many articles the New York Post can write about TikTok. Your career is to be a reporter now, and you're reporting on tweens shaking their shit in front of a camera. Like, it pisses me off because the New York Post will put out 3 great articles and then 12 like this, and you're like, how are you still a thing? That guy can go fuck himself.
I usually get all our stories from the Post because they have the stupidest stories, but we've noticed that Ben Cost doesn't even leave his desk. Like he literally sits there and goes through his social media and just finds story. Everyone else gets real stories and does shit.
Become a shitty open mic comic like everyone else that we know.
I'm sure Ben Cost sounds like an open mic comedy name. Like definitely is.
True.
You know he wrote the black hair bit or the afro bit from the news article. He was like, hey guys, I had this idea for the 70s. Why don't you put on afros? It'll go over well.
Even his beginning sentence of the whole article, who wears short shorts? Probably not her again. It's like, fuck you. First of all, that's a term from like who was short. That's from like 30 years ago. Whoever's TikTok and that saying doesn't go together anyway.
Mike, you have to read it in like that voice.
Here's where I get confused. Like, so she goes on a date. She gets tired of picking her wedgie. Then she goes to BuzzFeed before the hospital. Like she reports to BuzzFeed before the hospital.
It's weird because it also happened 3 years ago.
Okay.
So like the timelines in the story were real weird. Like this isn't just happened. This happened 3 years ago, but I guess she's talking about it on TikTok now.
Okay.
But she talked to BuzzFeed. I think after I tried to follow the timeline.
I would probably
she's
if
like,
I had a problem with a wedgie, go to the hospital before the BuzzFeed for sure. Every time.
She's like, that's not the worst part. I ended up marrying that guy. A year into our marriage, I told him about the situation, and then he killed him and left me with this 1.5-year-old daughter. I wonder if he'd still do it again.
He wrote, she had to pick the high-riding hiney huggers. That's not a quote from anybody but him. That's his thing. Ben Cost is an asshole. High-riding hiney huggers. And by the way, I didn't know how to spell hiney till now.
The only time you can like read these and they make sense if you do it in that annoying newscaster voice and you're like, who wears short shorts? No longer her, because both of her legs were amputated after she went into septic shock. Like,
who wears short shorts? Find out at 11.
Yeah. As they put their wigs on.
It's not non-pussy eaters. It's not pussy eaters. Nothing to do with pussy. Okay, it was her ass. I don't eat ass.
They're a quarter inch away.
Yeah, and also miles away in my mind. Like I don't go anywhere near that. I don't tongue a butthole. I will lick a puss.
I mean,
But
I'll
I
tongue a
would
butthole,
never.
I just won't lick a puss.
You know who doesn't lick a puss? Ben
So
Cost. You and Ben Cost are the same.
No, because Ben Cost replaces the push with something else that he is willing to put in his mouth, if you know what I'm saying.
A Skeleboner, if you will.
Thank you, John.
It's definitely not journalism.
No, it's not a journalism degree.
All right, Bobby, remember you were going to take this home?
Yeah. All right. So we've hit the viral theme a couple of times. And the last one we had is the other thing that goes viral on YouTube is like who can do this the longest or the fastest wins a car. You know, that kind of thing. Right, Mike, you familiar with that? Like Mr. Beast is a big one. So we want to do something similar. And it's who can have 4 of their friends fuck them in the butt the fastest to win a Wii.
We're doing this one again, too?
Yeah, it's my
A Wii?
favorite. A Wii. So, John, we're gonna have you take
Yeah, a
comedians
Wii. It's
from
for a
the
Wii.
from the
So,
from the
so we gotta
Harrisburg.
pick 4 friends. Is that what we're doing?
Well, hang on, we'll give a little more specific details. So, John, pick 4 comedians from the Harrisburg and/or Philly comedy scene, and Mike, you with the Connecticut comedy scene / friends that we might know. And what's your strategy? What's the order? And how are you going to get those gentlemen off the fastest?
Wait. I want to defer. I don't want to go first on this.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me explain to you what he's trying to make you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't quite get what's going on here.
You have to get fucked in the ass regardless. So this is already happening. Now,
Right.
they all have to finish. They all have to get the. So you're trying to plan out how much pain you can take and figure out who you think of your friends will not last long, will last long, who will have a big dick, who won't have a big dick. Therefore, so if you had 3 Asian friends in there, you might think you're okay, but their stamina is good. So you got to really think like it might be small, but it's still going to be happening the whole time. If you think like, oh, big old cock, like it might hurt, but maybe they'll be fat, like big guys, so they won't last long. So you got to think about the pain you can take before you
What
tap out.
tricks are you
all
bringing to the
dick.
table?
Oh, this is a
Like-
strategy game.
Like,
This is
for
a
instance-
serious
Yeah,
strategy
it's
game.
not
Yeah,
about
yeah.
sex, Mike.
But
It's
you
all
could
about
also- hang on,
strategy.
hang on.
It's definitely.
You're
It's not about
forgetting the
Bobby
key.
wanting to watch guys get fucked in the butt because he doesn't eat
You're
pussy.
forgetting the key element, which is this of strategy, which is how are you going to get them off the fastest? And I'm not asking for like your asshole clenching technique. I'm asking like, John, for instance, if you picked Lemaire Lee, who we all know is a large comedian, very heavy set,
Yeah.
you might, for instance, bring Wawa sandwiches to help get him in the mood. You know what I mean? You could play Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I
noises
would.
in the
Yeah, I was just.
background.
I would just throw
You know what I
anime
mean?
on, and he would be done within.
Yeah, see, like
seconds.
it's strategy
Yeah,
too.
and-
Not if he's seen
Flip
it.
side of
though.
that,
See, if he
if it
likes
was-
anime, he's seen most of the things. So if he's seen it, he's gonna watch it again while slowly fucking you and paying attention for details.
No,
you can't
I'll
just think it's gonna get him hard. People who watch anime don't get hard. He's gonna
No,
take a
they do.
long fucking
Oh.
time.
Here it is. I'll throw it out there, and if Manny Santiago ever listens to this,
He's been on here many times.
Yeah,
Friend of
there
the
is.
show.
There is One Piece, which he is obsessed with,
Yes.
which is nothing but just busty anime girls. So I feel like he's gonna go quick.
No,
with
and
that.
also children. When my son watches
Nice.
it, plus the
I
anime
haven't
women
seen it.
and a lot
I
of
haven't
children.
seen it.
A lot
But-
of children.
In the same vein, I feel like if I had like Mike O'Donnell in the mix, I would throw on something racist, and his attention would go elsewhere, and he'd probably
Nice.
go soft. Out of just
I think he'd get super hard.
true. Yeah, that's a bad theory.
He would start yelling the N-word and not stop.
True. I would just throw some weed in the corner, and he would probably get to it quick.
But then he'd
Or
be
a job.
high
Yeah.
and then he'd have good stamina.
He has a tough
He's
time
not
keeping a
thinking about
job, so maybe a job. Maybe if I don't know, the offer of a job.
The weirder part is because Bobby books a lot of people from your area that Manny and Mike have been involved in Lemaire have been involved in many of the trains of this. I don't think they're even aware that how many people they have fucked in Bobby's mind.
Do I get to play the Wii during? Is that like
No,
can
you
I
don't
just
get it till you
be-
win.
Ah. And what games are coming with the Wii?
Oh, there's no games, just a Wii.
Just the Wii.
Yeah, we don't have. We don't.
You
have
get a
money.
controller and a nunchuck.
Oh, nice, sweetening the pot. That's tough.
And
I'm gonna
Mike, you don't have
go-
to name people.
Yeah, that's all right because I already
Yeah, I
named
mean,
my closest friends. That's
I'm
cool.
gonna let John win this one. You can have the Wii.
Oh yeah, there was no option to just say I already have a
He
Wii
just gave you
somewhere.
the Wii. No one's gone there. That was my favorite. Yeah, I just don't play
Just
the
in the
game.
spirit of competition. I just love winning. That's all it is. It's
And you know what the better thing is? He can steal the Wii as you're laying on the ground in pain with your sepsis asshole. Just take
True.
it from you afterwards. And then
You know what I would
Ben
do?
Koss will show up and go, look at this hiney hugger, whatever he calls
I give myself such a bad wedgie for hours on end that it was just like I'm not even an option to them anymore.
Well,
What would
that
you rather
segment
have,
was
an
brought to
8-hour
you-
wedgie or 3 guys fuck you in the butt for 4 hours?
8-hour wedgie,
wedgie.
Yeah, me too.
a front wedgie, like really pulled up.
Well, that fun
Eventually the
segment was
underwear would
brought
rip.
to you. That fun segment was brought to you by Silk City Hot Sauce, the official hot sauce of letting 3 of your friends fuck you in the butt. And it comes in a great variety of flavors, such as Chad
Ouch.
Zumach's Mango Madness, Aaron Berg's Badass Jew. Bobby
I just got my
Biggerstaff's-
new delivery this weekend, and I only bought 2, but of course, fucking Jeff, because he's awesome, says fuck that. And I sends me like 10 bottles of shit. And I got the new Erotic Fever. Dude, it's so fucking good. That new one. And I know I never tried the original. We never talk about that. Dragon. Which, by the way, my son goes, Dragon, these nuts in your mouth. I'm like, yeah, I get okay, we get it. It's a joke that everyone does B16. It's okay. I got it. But I opened the bottle and smelled it, and it smells like what hot sauce is supposed to fucking smell like. It has peppers. You can smell the danger a little bit, but you're like, ooh, this is gonna be good. And the Erotic
That's what
Fever.
the doctor
it
said
tastes-
when he. That's what the doctor said when he surgically removed that woman's underwear. This is what hot sauce is supposed to smell like.
I can smell the danger. That's, by the way, a new Toby Keith song. I smell the danger. It's about 9/11 and eating pussy at the same time. 2 American things, Bobby. 2
Nope.
American things.
Speaking of American things, if you look up Ben Cost, his Twitter profile picture is him with a Whopper and a Budweiser. Jesus Christ. I might love this guy.
Yeah, I'm starting to change. He's just a good old boy who likes to make some jokes, Pat.
Yeah.
He's a shitty writer. I love that he's writing them while eating. First of all, you work for the New York Post. You can afford a little better burger.
It's
You would
definitely an
think.
airport one. There's also like Vietnamese writing on there. It's not an American Whopper. Never mind, I take that back.
I'll say it's not American Ben Cost. It's Vietnamese Ben Cost, the worst kind. It goes back to our beginning story, Gook. Anyway, so now you go to Silk City Hot Sauce. Check out all the stuff they've got. They got brand new stuff. They have the new elixir on there as well. They have tons of sauces. You use the promo code POS. You save 15% off. Everything like
Please,
that.
oh my God, stop fucking me in the butt.
Pussy, oh, sepsis. That's what it stands for. But so go over there, check it out, support us, support them. They're all great. Bobby, was that you taking it home?
That was me taking it home, baby.
Home? All right. So at the end, are we doing the regular end when you're there, or are we doing the other end?
What's the other end?
The one you did last week, which was different.
I forget
Last
what
week you
we
had
did.
them dueling.
Dueling what?
You talked and they did words. It was Bill Whose Lines Anyway bullshit that I didn't like. And then the other one is just they do the line for you. When you walk up to
Yeah.
the camera and say the thing.
Remember? No, I'm just kidding. Tell the people where you're gonna be, guys. This is
Yeah,
how
I
we
want to know
wrap
what we're
up.
doing. I was going to prep them while you walk around. They can do this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk to the camera and you guys go, "Don't be a piece of shit."
When he gets to the camera, when you're done doing your plugs, he can't talk on the thing because he's at the studio. So he said at the end, he says, "Don't be a piece of shit." You guys are going to say it for him. But before that, John, where can people follow you, check you out, all that stuff?
Yeah, you can follow me, Montague Comedy, spelled like this right here.
They're not going to see that.
All right, never mind. MONTAGUE.
It's spelled like Montague.
Exactly. That's how I should say it. Montague Comedy, Hacks Comedy Golf, and Handsome Idiots podcast with Mr. Matt Peoples. If you want to just listen to 2 fucking morons talk about nothing.
What's
just
the other
did.
one? Because it's my personal favorite podcast of a local comedian. Tell them about it.
Hacks Comedy Golf. During the pandemic, I like golf. I like comedy. I took comics golfing. That's
I like that.
pretty much the best synopsis I can give of it. But
Yeah,
it's a good
it's
time.
a great idea. It's
Fun
a very fun
episodes.
one. I recommend checking it out.
we're gonna bring it back. So we'll try to get you guys on there.
Take that, Seinfeld. Way better than a car and coffee, you dick. Mike, plug your
Yes.
things.
I guess on the weekends I'm down at Comics Roadhouse.
What about
doing
your
the mechanical
CBD
bull.
stuff?
What's that?
How about your CBD stuff? Can you plug any of
I
that?
absolutely will. Yeah, I'll get to that.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll be down at Comics Roadhouse on the weekends.
I can't wait till the next time I'm at comics and I
We
say hey
also
to you,
have
and you're
all
like,
sorts
you're the
of
dick
CBD
guy.
products you can find. It's Wepa Farms, WEPA Farms.com. You can get all your CBD stuff. If you want to come buy some plants, come hit me up on Facebook, Mike Falade. We can get you set up with some plants that you can grow in Connecticut, New York, stuff like that. So hit me up if you're interested in doing that, I guess. Yeah, that's about it.
What were you gonna say, Bobby? You were saying that next time you go to comics, you're gonna what?
I can't wait till I see you and you're like, you're the guy who talked about my kid's dick. What the fuck?
Absolutely. It's gonna be a great time. Come on down anytime.
Absolutely. Check out the Eastside Dave show with Roy Harder every Tuesday at 7:30. I will be in upstate New York somewhere Saturday. If you want to come, if that sounds appealing to you, let me know. There's former guest Jack O is running it. He's a good dude. It should be a good show, but it seems like we're in the sticks.
Nice. Next Wednesday, I'm in Bristol somewhere. I don't know. And then
Hell yeah,
next
dude.
Saturday, I'm in Chicopee, Mass. So I don't give a fuck. Hey, everyone to subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you. It's been going crazy. We're almost at 500. At the beginning of this year, we weren't even at 200. So it's been awesome. All the people coming on and joining us. If you enjoy it a lot, go over to the Patreon, the Patos Podcast. Oh no, now it's the POS Podcast Patreon. Get over there and join that. Bobby, start looping around because I am almost done plugging shit. We thank you so much for everything you did. Thank you guys, John and Mike, so much for being on. And now you guys have, when he starts lipping it, you guys have to say, "Don't be a piece of shit," but you can also say other things if you want as well.
Long live Paul Walker.
Toby Keith is the best.